Hey Brickheads, Scott from 36 Bricks here, taking a look at my MOCs from 2022. Let's check it out. All right, guys, so first things first, let's take a look back at all of my MOCs in 2022. Now, again, sorry for the video quality and all that. It is archived footage, but I'm super excited to recap all of my builds from 2022. All right, first up is Mosleys Hotel. This is a mock that I did where I purchased the Mosleys Cantina and I went ahead and made it a full hotel modular building. So super excited how it turned out. Starting with the roof, I went ahead and added all the mechanical details. I did include the elevator, that way it went all the way up. Next floor is basically some bunk beds for stormtroopers. Nice little communal bathroom with a rubber and then the next floor, kind of the same deal with hotel rooms in general. A lot of times they are the same over and over again. So all I did was kind of change out the overall look of the beds and stuff like that, some of the tile work, but ultimately the first floor is what's key. So as you can see, I had the sidewalks in, I have a stage for the band, the cantina on one side, and then the hotel check-in for the other. Really excited about how this turned out. Overall, it was a great build. Had a little bit of challenges from some things versus others, especially that first entrance. Do have some things to tweak on it. I did add some minifigures, but overall, I really, really love the build. Next up is my retro skating rink. Now this I designed all by myself, all on a computer program during COVID, and then I sourced the parts and I went ahead and built it out. So super excited about it. Definitely want to have some custom stickers or prints done, but the roof has some nice skates for a sign, some HVAC systems, all that kind of fun stuff. In the build itself, as you enter, you have the nice little carpeting. I have the shooters as neon lights. I have a stage. I have a skating rink. And all that kind of fun stuff. Overall, this is a replica of what I grew up in. Second floor has some bathrooms. Then moving on to some pool tables and a nice little juice bar, arcade games, all that kind of fun stuff. I actually am planning on taking this down and just combining it with the retro bowling alley. So that'll be a fun build. Third build I want to showcase is my town hall or townhouse mock. Super excited about how this turned out. The build looks amazing. I did a couple of them and I plan on doing a bunch more. But the front part, as you can see, the garage door opens and stays open. So I was excited to have that work. Then in addition to the staircase, in the garage you have some paint buckets, a nice bike, as well as a workbench. The outside is pretty plain Jane. You don't really see it. I do plan on working on the outsides of my, especially the back. Second floor being the kitchen, the living room, and a small little dining room. Had to pack in a little bit more of the details just because of the small space, but really love how it turned out. We have a nice little entertainment center. Next floor, of course, is the bedroom itself. You have a nice little bed. You have a nice little bathroom there. You have a dresser with, a TV on it. All that kind of fun stuff. I just really love how it turned out. The roof turned out really good. Pretty plain. I do want to put in some HVAC stuff. Did decide to do a little bit of detail on the back, but not much. But overall, I really, really love this build. Fourth build for 2022 is an homage to Matt Brooks from Brix went ahead and built this out in honor of him as a supporter of the channel. Have a lot of cool things involved. This particular build has an electronics store. It has a nice art gallery, toy store on the other side. Then you have one of the apartments. It's kind of oddly shaped, but it turned out really, really well. Where we have Matt in the kitchen. Next floor, again, same thing. Has a nice little, angle part to it. Nice little kitchen, and then the top floor, of course, is the gallery itself. Hope you guys like this build. It was really, really fun to build and have fun with. Fifth build for 2022 is the Madrigal House restaurant. This turned out really, really well. I'm not a big fan of the bright colors, but when I saw this build, I wanted it to be a showcase in my city. As you can see, we have some art on the wall. It's a full restaurant on the bottom. Second floor is the kitchen. As well as a nice little VIP seating area. Really like how it turned out. I didn't really do anything with the roof and the upper buildings. I still haven't done anything with them. They're just kind of empty facades at this point, just to kind of make the build a little bit bigger and better. Really loved how this turned out. Sixth build is my arcade. Really loved how this turned out. The archways in the front really made it pop. Still need to do a sign for it, and I have updated this build a little bit, but first floor is the entryway with some arcades. And an elevator shaft or a mock elevator shaft. May tweak that a little bit. Second floor, we have Dance Revolution, Revolution. And then we have a nice arcade stage with a bunch of arcade games I got online. Top floor, or the third floor, I should say, has a nice little bathroom, communal bathroom. You have a nice flooring for like sparkled look. And then the top floor is the owner and the apartment for the owner. So really like how this turned out. I really need to work on the sign, but overall great. Next up is the school bus mod. So I went ahead and took the Hidden Side High School school bus, or the school bus from the Hidden Side set, went ahead and deconstructed it, wanted to make it smaller and a little bit more functional without the, Hidden Side aspects. So thought this was a really fun build. Overall, it was ginormous for a general city. And Lego hasn't really done a whole lot of school buses that kind of match. And have a good size, but also isn't too big for a build. So went ahead and modified this one. Really turned out good. It took me a few hours just to kind of put everything together, or I should say take everything apart and then modify what I needed to based on the space. And it really turned out good. I want to make a couple more of these. I just got to get all the parts for them. But as you guys know, I have a couple schools in my city, so I definitely want to have a couple school buses kind of roaming around. Maybe one at the school, maybe one at a bus stop or something like that. But overall, I really like how it turned out. What do you guys think of this build or any of the other builds? Please like, share, and subscribe if you like my content and want more. Please consider joining one of my memberships, as every little bit counts and goes right back into the channel. So here you go. This is kind of the remaining build. Had some parts left over, of course, but overall I really love how the bus turned out. It's exactly the size that I wanted for it, and I really enjoyed the build. Next build up is the SpiderMan Layer mock. So now, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to keep this up and going, but overall I really do like the build. I like the fact that Lego comes out with different versions of the Spider-Man suits. So just like the Hall of Armor, I went ahead and built like a layer around it. The layer itself doesn't really flow with either my city or just the theme overall. He's not like Batman where he has an underground layer. But overall, I really like the build. It turned out really great and had a lot of fun with it. Alright guys, last but certainly not least, a product update of my boutique hotel, or grand boutique hotel I should say, where I combined 4 boutique hotels to make a big solid version of The boutique itself. Now, this is an update. This isn't like the finished product. I still have a long way to go on it. At this point, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that is empty on the interior, but I really focused on the exterior before I really moved on into the interior side. So, as you can see, it is quite big. It is 4 full base plates. It is 232 by 32 plates by 232 by 32 plates, making it a 64 by 64 build. So it is rather big. I did have to kind of order some parts and get those going, and you'll see it in the 2023 updates. And I actually still need to work on it quite a bit. Most of the build is done. I just have to tweak, I think, the first floor. I have to finish, but I did make some modifications as to this rendition. As you can see, I've kind of built out what I want to for my city. And this, I tried to keep it pretty streamlined, but overall, I still do need to make some modifications and changes to it. Overall, I love the build, though. It is rather big. It weighs in, I believe, at 45 pounds. That's the last time I weighed it. This rendition is not that big, but as you can see, for the most part, the front 2 sections I mirrored, and then I opened up the back sections. I'm still working on this floor itself as far as I've added a bunch of different boutiques and builds. I wanted to do a spa in the middle, but I decided to do something different after all. But ultimately, the build has turned out, especially at this point, really, really well. It's a lot further along than I thought it would be. It took me several months to build this out just to kind of get the overall layout. I know that doesn't sound, or that sounds a bit crazy as far as time frame, but overall I kept going back and forth as far as design. I kept going back and forth as far as, different things that I wanted. Some things looked good, and then after taking a deeper look, they didn't. I did a sunken floor on this using negative space with that, which I thought was really cool. But again, this is just kind of the preliminary round, probably round 1 or round 2 of the build. I definitely have made a lot of progress on the build above and beyond what you see here. I went ahead and shrunk some of the rooms to make them more narrow so that I could fit more rooms in. I did a lot with the hallway and some elevator shafts and all that kind of fun stuff. So really, really excited about how the build turned out. There isn't really anything that I'm too unhappy with in that respect. As you can see here, there's a lot more flooring done. I can't remember if I went in and tiled all of these. I think I left them stud out just for that carpet feel, but I did tile out the hallways, of course, because that's more flat. Put in a concierge on the end of this hallway because these are kind of the suites. Have a lot of artwork on the walls. Did a lot of work with the dots and stuff like that, which I thought were pretty cool. But overall, I really, really love how this build's turned out and all of that. So hope you guys like this kind of stuff. Again, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate all the love and support. If you want to support my channel more, you can send in donations, you can send in parts and sets and all that kind of fun stuff just to help out, because every little bit does count and go back into the channel. So again, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all the love and support. We have plenty of MOCs coming up in the future. Definitely want to tweak some of the current MOCs and all of that. So stay tuned. This is of course, the recap of 2022. Still have the recap of 2023 to do. Did a lot of builds in 2023. Not as many as the others, but still a lot of fun. As you can see here, there is so much that I've been wanting to work on as part of my city. There's still stuff that I need to work on as far as in my city, but ultimately that's the joy of Lego, right? You work on it, you work on it, and work on it. Thanks for watching.
Ooh, this one's cool. Check this one out. I agree, that one's cool, but this one's awesome. Ooh, I like this one. I just can't stop watching. Well, I like them all, and I'm going to subscribe. Can you do the same? Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on 36 Bricks.